So you paid $125 for the Pat McGrath Divine Rose No. 2 Artistry Palette, and now what? Well, I have already done my review with one look, comparisons, also how to use this palette as a face palette. I mean, all those details and comparisons as well are on that review. But I thought, you know what? We need to squeeze the juice out of this palette right here. Don't let it go to waste, and let's get some inspiration going. So I have created this video with 5 different looks that will take you from the most softest and subliminal rose of the garden to this wild rose look, and I ended up receiving also some of the lip products from this collection. So I have different looks for you right here that I'm just so excited to share with you, and again, just serve you of inspiration, and let's just play together. But before we get started, and if you're new here, I hope that you will consider and subscribe to my channel, ring the post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads, and come and follow me on my Instagram. So let me just bring you closer, and let's start with the first look. Let's start with the first look, Skin Show Opal and Sonia G Soft Shader. I'm taking this shade all over the eyelid. Wayne Ghost No. 4 brush and Extreme Burgundy. I'm taking this shade on my outer V. I'm just concentrating it there for right now. Now I'm blending it out a little bit more and start diffusing it. Rose Seduction and Refer P21. And I'm going to place it from here to here. Same Wayne Ghost No. 04 brush, and let's go back to Extreme Burgundy. And I'm going to take this same deep shade and just put it a little bit on the inner portion of my eyelid, just to deepen it out, just a little. Refer 03 brush, and the shade is Skin Show Rose Opal. Inner corner, and we're going to intensify the brow bone. Rose Seduction and Refer P21. I'm taking this shade on my lower lash line. For a halo effect, I'm going to go to a Skin Show Rose Opal with my finger. And I'm just going to tap it lightly right in the middle of that eyelid. Refer P21 brush and Extreme Burgundy. And I'm going to take this shade and apply it on my lower lash line on the outer third. ColourPop Gel Liner in Insomniac. I just applied some lashes and a little bit of mascara on the lower lashes, and here's the final look. Soiba 227 brush and Naked Blush. I'm going to take it above the crease and just start swiping it. With the same brush, I'm going to take Divine Dusk. I'm going to place it on my outer V. The Smith 253 brush and the shade Bronze Rose 005. And let's wet it with some Max Fix Plus. And I'm applying it on the inner portion of my eyelid, all the way to the middle. IT Cosmetics Smasher brush, and I'm gonna go to Naked Blush. I'm gonna take this shade on the lower lash line. Refer R21 brush and Divine Dusk. I'm taking this shade very close to my lash line. Refer 03 brush and Astral Pink Moon. This shade I'm also wetting it with some Matte Fix Plus. And I'm going to apply it on my inner corner. And I'm going to drag it just a little bit to meet with that bronze shade. That same shade, I'm going to apply it on my lower lash line, just on the inner part. Same brush and Bronze Rose 005. Also applying it with a wet brush. I'm just going to continue and kind of make a reflection of what we have on the top at the bottom lash line. Refer 03 brush and the shade Skin Show Rose Opal. I'm taking this shade on my brow bone. KKW Beauty and the eyeliner in the shade Rust. And that shade is going on my waterline. Here is the final look. BK Beauty 201 and the shade Naked Blush. And I'm just popping it above the crease. Sigma E25 and the shade Extreme Burgundy. I'm going to go ahead and place it on my outer V. And I'm also going to place it on the inner portion of my eyelid. Smith 253 and Gold Last 001. I'm going to spray it with my MAC Fix Plus. And I'm going to place it right in the middle of my eyelid. Going back to Extreme Burgundy and Sigma E25 brush, I'm going to diffuse a little bit more that gold shade with the burgundy tone. Sigma 227 brush and the shade Naked Blush, and I'm just intensifying a little bit more that peach shade above my crease just to unify all the shades together. BK Beauty 204 brush and the shade Naked Blush. I'm gonna take it on my lower lash line. Sonia G Flat Definer and Extreme Burgundy. And I'm taking that shade and applying it right very close to my lower lash line. And I'm going to create a mini wing with that same shade and the same brush. And it's just to elongate a little bit my lids. Refer 03 brush and the shade Skin Show Rose Opal. I'm applying it on my inner corner and on my brow bone. Urban Decay 24/7 eyeliner in the shade Alkaline, and I'm applying it on my waterline. BK Beauty 201 brush and the shade Skin Show Rose Opal. I'm going to take this shade above my crease. Sigma E25 brush and the shade Extreme Burgundy. I'm just taking it on my outer V. Sigma E25 brush, and now I'm gonna go with the shade Divine Dusk, and I'm just placing it a little bit over top of the burgundy shade. Refer 02 brush and the shade Eleganza, and I'm gonna place that shade in the middle of my eyelid. Smith 253 brush and the shade Astral Pink Moon, and I'm gonna wet it with some MAC Fix Plus, and I'm taking that shade on the inner portion of my eyelid and just connecting it with that Eleganza shade. Refer 02 brush and the shade Extreme Burgundy, and I'm gonna place that shade on my lower lash line. Sonia G Flat Definer and the shade Eleganza. And I'm going to use it wet. And I'm applying it on my lower lash line. Skin Show Rose Opal and Refer 03 brush. And I'm applying it on my inner corner and on my brow bone. Urban Decay 24/7 eyeliner in Alkaline for my waterline. And here's the final look. Let's go into the final look First with Naked Blush and Scott Barnes number 62 brush. I'm just taking this eyeshadow and diffusing it. And I'm just gonna build it just a little more. Sonia G Builder Pro and Rose Seduction. Now I want this shade to be very intense on my eyelid, so I'm going to be using my MAC Fix Plus and I'm going to apply it on my mobile lid. Sonia G Builder Pro and the shade VR Extraterrestrial. And once again, this shade I'm going to wet it and I'm going to apply it on my outer third of my eyelid. Sonia G Mini Booster and the shade Divine Dusk. And I'm just gonna take it right here on the very outer portion of the eyelid. Sonia G Flat Definer and Extreme Burgundy. And we're gonna wet it. And I'm gonna use this shade as an eyeliner. I'm gonna create a mini wing. Using Sonia G Flat Definer and the shade Rose Seduction. And guess what? We're gonna wet it. And I'm gonna take it very close to my lower lash line. Sonia G Flat Definer. I'm going back to Extreme Burgundy. And I'm gonna use that shade to connect the lower lash line with my upper lash line. Refer 03 and Gold Lash 001. And yes, you guessed it right, we're gonna wet it. And I'm gonna apply that shade right here on my inner corner. And then I'm just gonna drag it just a little bit above that pink shade, kind of like creating an outline. Sigma E30 brush and the shade Skin Show Rose Opal. And I'm using this shade to highlight my brow bone. Urban Decay 24/7 eyeliner and the shade Override for my waterline. I'm gonna use this same pencil and I'm just gonna align a little bit more my upper lash line. I'm being very careful so I do not cover that Extreme Burgundy eyeshadow. This eyeliner will unify that green from the VR Extraterrestrial eyeshadow, making the look a little bit more cohesive. Here's the final look. And during my review of the Pat McGrath Divine Rose No. 2 Mothership VIII Artistry Palette, I mentioned it that I went ahead and I also picked up a few of the lip products that came with the collection. They are right here, so I just want to go ahead, give them a try. Now, these products right here, they are not new for Pat McGrath. They are already existing in the line. What is new is just this beautiful packaging. I mean, this is just so glorious, but yeah, that's it. So let's just give it a go. And I got right here the lip pencil in the shade Suburbia. So let me just show it to you. That's the shade. They are super creamy. This is more of like a pinkish tone. And on my review, I went ahead and tried the other products from the lip collection because I already have them. I think it was the Divine Rose gloss and also Christy the lipstick. I think the only thing that I'm missing on my collection is the lip pencil in the shade Buff. But that's something that, since it's nothing new, I know they carry it all the time. I mean, different retailers have it. Obviously, it's not gonna be on this, you know, pretty fancy packaging, but I can get it at any time. So let's just go for this one right now. The lipstick that I got is Soft Core, and I think I mentioned it during my latest PR haul. I just wish that this packaging would have been something a little bit more special. Either leave it all black, but then do this metal detail in rose gold, and here an actual rose instead of the lips. That would have been so beautiful. Or even instead, like all of these rose gold just as the actual packaging of the Divine Rose #2, and then the lips in kind of like a, you know, like a, also like a this golden tone but a little bit more muted. I mean, I don't know, I just wanted to see something different. But anyhow, nonetheless, the packaging of Pat McGrath is wavy, is beautiful, is very elegant, and I mean, it's just exquisite, and her formula too is really beautiful. Now this is in the matte trans finish, which is extremely comfortable, very beautiful. It feels a little bit powdery when you apply it on the lips, but then it goes really nice and creamy. So let's just give it a swatch here, and there you go. It's this beautiful pink shade. And this shade is a cool tone too. And for the lip gloss, I got it in the shade Peach Perversion. It's this beautiful kind of like milky, frosty, peachy shade. Here's the top applicator of it. I mean, swatching a lip gloss is not like wow extraordinary right there, but I guess you can see it a little. And here it is, the last look. Definitely this look is more out there, a little bit more loud, more bold, party time, nighttime, a little bit more strong. I mean, it's not for your delicate rose, but more of like in the Garden of Roses, that wild rose full of thorns. That's how I feel with this look. Very, very bold and out there. And with this, my friends, is the wrap for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, you find it helpful, that you like all the looks that I created. I would love to read your comments down below. Let me know which one was your favorite look, and if you have got your hands on this Pat McGrath Divine Rose 2 palette, which shade do you like the most? Just let's start the conversation. And if you haven't done so yet, I hope that you will consider and subscribe to my channel, ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads, and come and follow me on my Instagram. If you like this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, also share with family and friends, and until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye-bye. Let's start with the first look, and skin.